What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video here episode presented by Full Tilt Farming. Want to jump straight into this one and kind of really dig into this. So I got a couple of different operations and options that you can actually use the slot system. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I've kind of been really researching into this and finding the best ways to make a video outside of just the information of it. Trying to make a video that gives you guys some options and some workarounds to our slot system right now. We don't really know how long this update is going to be for us. I mean, it might be a week, which is possibly what's being rumored. And then again, it might be 2 weeks. It could be 3 weeks before we do anything. So anyway, I wanted to look at the slot system and let's break this down. So first off, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go look at anything. We're going to look at tractors because it's probably the easiest way to do this. You look in the top right there, you'll see free slots. And I have 81. That's under the little green icon there, the R1 bumper. I'm on PS4, so it'll be like RB for Xbox. But free slots have 81. Now I'm going to thumb through really fast here, and you're going to kind of see I've got minimal skeleton crew up here for wool. I have only this one thing, does everything. It pulls my water. I've got a bucket over there. It cleans all my stuff up, my grass. Then I've got a couple things down here, JCB. There's my Fendt 900. I've got some conveyor belts. I've only got 4. I've got a couple of lights. Wood chipper. There's my grass cutter. And then here's basically what I've got down here. I mean, it's very minor. It's skeleton. It's got a forge. I don't even have a harvester. And I've got some seeders and some other things that are on the other side. I've got a plow and a trailer on the other side. And then I've got here, basically got a baler. I've got the little Arxon auto stack. There's the Pronto. And there's an auger wagon. And that's literally it. I mean, you're looking at the whole entire farm. And I only have 81 slots left. So I guess by looking at this, if you look in the exact opposite bottom left-hand corner in the second row there, you see the little 4 lines with the 4 bullet points, and you see -10. That is how many slots that buying this one T8 is going to cost me. 10 slots. So think of it as going to the arcade, buying tickets. You say you've done skee ball and you've got 400 tickets from skee ball, and you want to go start buying things with that. Let's say they cost cash at the arcade plus tickets. That's exactly how this is working. So you've got to pay cash for whatever it is, and then you've got to spend the tickets on it to actually be able to purchase it and put it inside the farm. So the way that this works and the way the PS4 gets around a game like this and the way they've kind of gotten around it is to give you, and the PS4 takes it, a tractor that you buy. They give you the option of buying multiple tractors inside this game, multiple harvesters, multiple different types of equipment. But at the end of the day, it actually has to process each one of those. Now, if you buy multiples of things, it actually duplicates it in game, and it always refers back to the original. If you're driving it, it's like driving the original, but PS4 is able to kind of able to hook around that and say, oh, well, this is the copy, so I didn't actually have to process anything. We're just going to take another slot away. So let's just say, for instance, you want to buy the T7 and the T8. That's -10 to -8. So that's 18 tickets. Boom, going out the window. You say, well, everything's that same, so why even do a video on this? I already know that. Thing is, I bought one fast track. Look at how much it is. It's -1. So using this logic, what happens is if you bought one T8 and -10 tickets, each T8 after that is only going to be -1. This goes for trailers, for tippers, goes for low loaders, it goes for the forestry stuff, it goes for anything. It is always best to buy multiples of one particular thing that you really like. If you're going to branch out, just branch out a couple for right now. This is November the 26th, Saturday. On the East Coast here in the U.S., and part of it you're going to be looking at this from the perspective of this is going to get updated. Now, how much extra it's going to get updated, I don't really know. They said they were going to up the slot limit and use some type of a draw distance or some type of, I don't even know what it was, but anyway, it was something that probably is either not going to work very well or they're going to revert back into this, and this is what we're just going to be kind of stuck with. 15, we could have all sorts of stuff, and it would not, basically it would crash once you hit the limit. This one is actually not going to let you buy anymore once you cross your slot limit. And you'll probably notice your game slowing down, and you'll notice the frame rate slowing down. So keep all that in mind. So if you're looking at the T8, so let's say that's 18 between the T7 and the T8. If you bought two T8s, that's only 11. So let's say for the 18 slots on the T8 and the T7, if you were to buy all T8s to fill up to 18, that would be 9 tractors. So you could have 9 T8s. If you had the money to purchase them, you could have 9 T8s versus a T7 and a T8. Same way goes for your seeders, for your tipper trailers, trucks. This is another big one because everyone loves to have these trucks to pull trailers with the new back attachers. It's awesome because these are a very this is a very smart way to pull some of these heavy trailers. If you don't have the horsepower in the tractor to spend $400,000 on a tractor, you can come buy a $130,000 truck and pull it with that. So look at these. You've got -7, -10, -7 slots. I think the Lizard was 6 or 7 slots. I can't remember, but I actually have 2 of those. So each one's only going to cost 1 slot. So let's say you went and bought all 4 of these. That's 32 slots that'll be used between these 4 items. 32 slots. So now I'm down to, I'm into the 40s of free slots. Now, if I bought 4 tractors, I'm done. So I could buy 4 of these and 4 tractors, and my slots are completely taken up on my farm. So you can see how fast this adds up very quickly. So let's say the man, let's say that's my favorite one. That's what I want to do. So in 32 slots, if I bought 1, that means I gotta have 23 of those tractors. If my math is correct, if I did that right. So you take 10 and then you have 22 extra slots. It's 23 man trucks that I could have to do everything on every field of my farm, and take only 32 slots and still have all that other space for the 9 T8s that I want and the 4 seeders that I want of this particular kind. You may say, well, I don't want to have everything be the same. Well, it's fine. Just keep in mind, more multiples that you buy, the bigger you have to grow inside of the slot system that we currently have as of the 26th. So buy multiples of stuff. That's the key here, because you're all that. Same for harvesters, forage harvesters, the cultivators. Buy the same cultivators, buy the same sowers. Unless you're going to move into potatoes or any of that other stuff, you're going to see that the Pronto is only going to be, I only have 1, so it's only going to cost 1 slot after that because it's just going to register it as a copy. So I'm not going to beat that completely just dead into a horse, but the problem with this from what the owner of Giants, or I guess the main guy that is over the forums and stuff, he's always the one guy that answers. The biggest thing about Goldcrest is that it is a map that is very busy. That's why it looks so great. That's why it's so awesome to be in this map, because there's so many trees. Each one of these trees takes up a slot. So he said over the slots and over the amount of stuff that's already here, this is a big reason why this map takes up so much. You have more slots if you go to Sosnovka because it's not as busy, it's not as full, it's not as doesn't have as much going on as this one. You've got all that downtown area back there. It's a nice area, but it's a complete waste area really, because you never do anything in there except drive things and sell them in between these really tight spaces. So it is what it is, but just keep that in mind. That's part of the problem with this. If we get some modders that will take some of the slots out of their maps before they release them to console, or at least give Giants that ability to do so, we should be sitting in a little bit better position. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope there's been some decent information on here. That we're a console only, so you guys let your buddies know that we're out here. Join up with the community. If you're looking for a place to just get some info, this YouTube channel, I really try to stay up on this because I do care about this. I love it. I enjoy it. It's not just a competitive game. I've come from a big, huge background in the division. Then I moved off to do the farming stuff, and I'm absolutely loving it. We've done a bunch of stuff so far. I really wanted to do logging because that is my thing. I love to log. I love to have really good operations set up for logging. I've got some other maps that I've already set up too, just for logging and no farming. So hopefully we'll have some things in there in the future where we can be able to really get some other guys in the community, get you guys involved with making some videos and getting some commentary in there. But this is really a good platform for us as console guys to be able to really get our information out and use this platform to get some good ideas out inside of the overall greater community. So I hope you guys will oblige me in that. Join up with us. Join the conversation, because I think it does matter. I just saw yesterday, the day before, on Facebook, FarmSim promoted the fact that they had sold 1 million copies of this through their different various outlets. Half of those were PC, which means the other half, 500,000 copies, were sold out of console, Xbox and PlayStation. That is insane. This is a farming simulator. It's not even, you can't shoot a gun, you can't run anybody over. It's not a GTA based open free world map. So I mean, it's crazy the fact that they have 500,000 people where copies have been sold. So that's not to mention how many have probably been lifted off the PC that people actually have, they just didn't pay for. So at any rate, we have some serious numbers that we can make some things happen, because there is power in the money. That's where it comes down to. Whoever's pushing the most cash to them is the ones that's going to get their ear, because those are the people that they have to keep happy. So we really want this to be a good place for us to kind of unite tomorrow, so to speak. So join up with us. I hope you have enjoyed this. I love to hear feedback from you. Give me a like if you liked the video, if you found it somewhat interesting or helpful. Give a like, comment any other suggestions, questions that you might have in regards to the slot system. Subscribe, let other guys know, because we're really going to continue to push these out. Once things gets fixed, especially with the logging, we've got some awesome stuff logging wise we're going to be showcasing on here, especially if you've got groups of guys that you're going to want to be with, that you 3 or 4 guys that you log with on a regular basis. It's going to be a good place to get some good ideas that you can do on your own logging run. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Subscribe and share. But until next time, that is it from all of us at Full Tilt.